right in. Jason Tatum has been a part of the 2K family since his rookie year.
Absolutely, and he's proven to be one of the best young players in the NBA.
And I sat down with him behind the scenes at the commercial shoot for
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Texas. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, there's the Thunder. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
And I think for New Orleans, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
They've been one of the great stories in the league this year. No doubt about it. Fans all over the league have gotten behind these guys.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. And it's Favors in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Ferguson in at the 3 spot. Fantastic backcourt facing off tonight in this one, Smitty. Let me ask you, do you think this is a guard-centric league right now?
Kevin, it is. And no matter how tall you are and what position, pretty much 90% of the guys now can dribble, they can pass, they can shoot. We have guys that are 7-footers that we're calling guards. So I think right now this is a guard-oriented league.
Was shot by Redick, no good. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Pelicans. Paul outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ferguson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
Now here's Adams. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
And perimeter shooting, never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Now here is Holiday. He had 16 points in the win against Denver.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Now Paul, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. From deep. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
Just 5 on the clock. The 3 hits it from three-point range. Redick's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Pelicans. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Passes it to Gallinari. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Redick.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
To the paint, here's Williamson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Gallinari.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Okafor comes in for Derek Favors. And Hart subbed in for J.J. Redick. And the basket is good.
This is a specialty of Gallinari's, using the roller as a decoy for his own offense.
Holiday against Schroeder. Pass to Hart. A 3-ball. He can't hit that time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pelicans lead by 2. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of
The steals thing is just...
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
They've got to be satisfied so far. They look cohesive to begin this game.
Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander pair up in the backcourt. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Diallo in at the small forward position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here on the second. And here's Ingram from the arc, and it's Baisley with the rebound. And here are the Thunder now. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's Schroeder in the corner. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Steve, so many talented players in the league. Sometimes there's frustration over the lack of playing time. For instance, you look at the Celtics last year. Prime example.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, Kevin, you can have too much talent at the same positions and also style of play. You need some guys who can do other things that be effective on the court versus just scoring the basketball. And I think that's the reason why the Celtics ran into some trouble last year.
We've got 1:18 left in the first half. Here's Diallo. 12 points his last outing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. The Pelicans trail. Now here's Ingram. He had 10 points in the win against Denver. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
Both teams will make substitutions.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280. And he has a certain composure that really belies his years. And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Schroeder against Moore. The pass to Holiday. Can they get it? That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Gallinari wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball. Gallinari's got 5 points in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Holiday with it. From deep 3-point range, and so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder bringing the quarter to a... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just... And that...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
So for New Orleans right now, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. Paul for 3, And the Thunder, another three.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Oh, and here comes Gilgeous-Alexander all alone. Good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 12 now for the Thunder.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can be a game changer on the defensive end. Has very good instincts for staying in front of guys.
And Redick kicks to Williamson. Pass to Holiday. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Ingram.
Yeah, the finesse of Ingram coming into play on that one, especially when the shot clock is winding down.
1:32 left in the third quarter of the game. Paul looking around. Rebound by Drew Holiday. And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. They trail by 9 points. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Ingram outside. The feed to Williamson. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's Williamson on the assist from Ingram.
And he's far from just a dunker. Zion is also capable of hurting you from outside.
Here's Paul, and there's another one for the Thunder.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the three and the painted area.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. Over Paul. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Williamson.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
19 seconds left in the third. Adams trying to free himself up, and he gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Redick with the three. It's good on the putback.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
And so it's Oklahoma City heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Oklahoma City right now, you've got Diallo, Paul out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Baisley in at the four-man position. Muscala dishes to Schroeder. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Moore outside. Okafor finds Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
Impressive. You like the aggressive mindset. Holiday's not just floating on the perimeter.
Paul against Holiday. 13 feet away. And it's Paul missing.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
Here's Moore. That shot off. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. Diallo kicks to Paul. Over to the wing for three. And that one's good. Schroeder. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Schroeder has really improved as a three-point shooter. With that shot, he becomes even more dangerous.
Right side Holiday. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Reddick passes to Holiday. And the layup's good off the glass.
When momentum is crucial, Holiday steps up his level of play.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're in front by 4. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Dennis Schroeder.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Favors is checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, we got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. The focus of his speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity, and we have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're down by 6. 51 seconds left in the fourth. Now Holiday. 44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Got it! And now they trail by just 4.
Incredible. Holiday, a determined player, a competitive player, takes over when it counts.
And he commits the intentional foul. Gallinari dishes to Paul. Gallinari against Holiday. Gallinari outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Holiday. From the arc. And the Pelicans get it back from deep. Was shot off that time. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They trail by 6. 3 seconds left in the game. Reddick with the 3. No good. Shot missing. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.